Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads. Yes, we are live, aren't we? We're back to the Kiwi Lads channel for this game between the Crusaders and the Rebels. Should be a very exciting fixture as this is the last game of the Super Round taking place at AAMI Park. And this is a very big game. There's a lot on the line for both of these sides. And hopefully it does deliver to be a very exciting contest. Looking through at the starting lineup, first of all, for the Crusaders, George Bowe at number 1, Cody Taylor at 2, and then Ollie Jaeger will be slotting in at number 3, Zach Gallagher and Sam White. Look, the return of the veteran. He's been out for a while with, I believe it is a broken finger, but he is now going to be back and raring to go for this match. Pablo Matera, Ethan Blackadder, and Cullen Grace as the loose forward trio. Then from there, Mitch Drummond at 9, Richie Moonga going to be there at 10, having a good battle up against Matt Samoa for this matchup. Jack Goodhue. It's been so long since we've seen that man in action, but he is finally back. And hopefully he does end up having a decent performance. Then Braden Enor slotting in at number 13. Lester Whainanoku there out on the left wing. Right wing it is Sever Reese. And then at number 15 it is not George Bridge. Instead it is going to be Will Jordan. No, sorry, it's not Will Jordan. Instead it's going to be George Bridge, I should say, who is going to be slotting in there as the number 15. Then looking through at the Rebels, it is going to be Cameron Orr at number 1. James Hansen number 2. And then Kobus Eloff will be at 3. He is in form currently. He has been looking very good as of late. Then alongside that, Matt Phillip there at number 4 and Josh Hill there at number 5. Then looking through at the loose forward trio, another return for the Rebels. It is Rob Leota. Does get that opportunity. He has been out for a little while with his injury of his own. And then Brad Wilkin and Michael Wells as the 7. And then the 8. Then looking through, James Tuttle as the number 9. Matt Samoa, number 10. And then Glenn Waihu out on the left wing. Stacey Ely and Andrew Callaway will be the midfield made up of. And then it is George Worth and Reece Hodge as the last 2 names in that starting lineup for the Rebels. With this game only about 3 minutes away from getting underway, these are the 2 reserve benches for this match. A nice kitty. My cats tried to suffocate me in my sleep, says Lex Axel. And there, see, the thing is, it's currently a bit chilly here, so I think my cat's just like, you know what? He's like a human heater. So it's just easy, isn't it? So he'll be sitting on me. I've also got another chair set up. It is not for the cat, though. I've got a guest coming around a little bit later on. A lot of you guys probably know exactly who that is. Crusaders versus Rebels seems like the perfect game to bring this man round for. And he is going to be available from about, I believe it's about 20 to 30 minutes in, isn't it? That he is going to be available in this one. But my cat, he just seems to want a pet at the moment, doesn't he? Very soppy at the moment. But looking off the bench for the Rebels, Joe Powell, Carter Gordon have actually gone with a 6-2 split here for the Rebels. And then alongside that, it is going to be Tamaiti Williams, he will be one to watch out for, and also Che Fiaki is another player who is going to be one. And also, hi, says Kiwi Jack, welcome into live stream, and also Curious George, it is indeed. Right, the cat looks like he is ready for some rugby. He does like watching the Crusaders play, even though he doesn't actually know whereabouts the screen is at this current point in time. And this game about to be underway at AAMI Park. It is a home game, but an away game for the Rebels, if that makes sense. It is going to be home and AAMI Park, but away because it's considered as a Crusaders home game. But really, this is a home game for the Rebels, and it is going to be Braden Enor now in the midfield who will be rearing to go. Hey, he is actually watching the rugby. Who would have thought it? It looks like his eyes aren't going to be open for very long, though. Looks like he is about to go to sleep. But this game now kicking off is Lester Whainanoku starting in on the left wing, and then out on the other wing, they have gone with Sever Reese. That is a dangerous combo to have, that is for sure. But Matt Samoa will be kicking off this game for the Rebels, the last game of the Super Round. We did miss out on that game between Moana Pacifica and the Western Force, but it's going to be a very exciting game nonetheless. It has gone into touch, and George Bridge with a nice clearance. Him at fullback will be an interesting one because they've had Will Jordan for so long slotting in there. Currently, Tony Johnson, Justin Marshall, and also Andrew Mertens. I don't believe that is the right name. I don't think it's Tony Johnson there. I think instead it is actually... Oh, no, it might be Tony Johnson. Right, the cat is taking George's seat. I'm not too sure how happy George will be when he does. Oh, no, he's come back onto my leg. Never mind. Now it's going to be the advantage for the Rebels keeping the pressure on early in this game. Geez, that's a big check on Stacey Ely by Ethan Blackadder. And it's going back for the initial penalty. Now the Rebels, they often take 3-pointers when they're available. So this one might not be any different. Offside within a minute. They've already got themselves a nice early penalty, the Rebels. So they'll be relatively happy with that one, I would think. Do let me know your score predictions, ladies and gentlemen, for this matchup. Who do you think will be able to win it, and who do you think will be able to be the best player out there on the field? For me, straight away, I'm going to go Ethan Blackadder's having a big game. Andrew Callaway started his emphatic form against the Crusaders. Can he repeat? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Says Lax Axel. Yeah, I remember that game last year thoroughly. And it was actually one that it really put him on the map, didn't it? With that last-ditch tackle on Will Jordan. That was an absolutely incredible one. That really didn't get enough publicity for what it was. It was an absolutely outstanding tackle. I think I got a piece of cat fur on my tongue, unfortunately. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just part of my mustache. Unfortunately, it's getting a bit long. Probably need to give it a trim. But now Matt Timmoor lining up this kick, and this will be a nice, easy attempt at 3 for the Rebels in the earlier stages of this matchup. And he misses. Well, that's not what he wanted in the early stages, but Matt Timmoor hitting it away to the left-hand side, and it does remain at 0-0. And like Justin's saying, maybe a little bit more ambition would have gone a long way for the Rebels in this fixture. And I was laugh if the Rebels win, but well, can't see it happening. And there's Nov Mumma now kicking behind from Sever Reese, looking for the chance towards the 22. But now Reese Hodge does put up the box kick. Who wants it? It's going to be an awkward, swirling one taken beautifully by Reese Hodge off his own kick. And now the Rebels have got this penalty once again now. So please do not go for the 3 here, the Rebels. They are 53 metres out. Reese Hodge is going to have the hand and ball. And also, his ball in hand. I should say, Crusaders is the team to beat. Superb teamwork in there, says Gita. And also, we have got there watching / eating my tea. Says Oldie. So, what's on the menu tonight? Oldie, do let me know. Currently, Reese Hodge kicks it for the touchline this time for the Rebels. And now 22 metres out. They are going to have another line-out opportunity. So, it's been all Rebels so far throughout the early stages. And also, we've got there Jacob Benenbroek. Hopefully, I've said that correctly. Broek. Is it Broek, maybe? AKA Jacob is chief. And as said, I welcome into the live stream, Jacob. Hope you are doing well, mate. And I hope you are excited for this matchup. Nice run forward from Stacey Ely in the midfield, 22 out. Tuttle pops it up to Phillip. And now there's going to be a great tackle made by the Argentine international Pablo Matera. We've actually seen him up against Matt Phillip in the past. That ball's gone over the top, and Glenn Vaihu, he actually thought Sever Reese was going to get it. So because of it, he wasn't really ready for it. Now taking it quickly. Richie Moonga linking up on the outside mid-strummer. This is a dangerous nature of the Crusaders. They will keep you on the back foot throughout a game of rugby. Now 40 out from their own line. Richie Moonga goes back across now. Brady Nino, one more on the outside. Big run from Pablo Matera. Finds the pop pass out to Brady Nino. Inside ball, Jack Goodchew. He was going to back himself every day of the week after coming back from his injury. Lester Whainanoku reaches out and scores a try for the Crusaders. Or a pass in there. And also Brook. And then there. Oh, so it's Benenbroek. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And also evening says Mr. JJ. And also they are going to be checking this one for the 4 pass. Initially, the Pablo Matera pass, I believe, is the one that they will be checking. If I'm not wrong. It looked relatively flat. If not, maybe traveling a little bit. And like Brooklyn, New York, without the Lynn, New York, it's hard. Oh, I know it's hard. It's Dutch. And there says Jacob Benenbroek. Yeah, as well. Right, they're going upstairs to check this one by the looks of it, and Crusaders will win for sure. Here's Timothy. That's gone back for the forward pass. And it's no try. Pablo Matera just not quite getting the angle of that pass correct. And it's going to be cancelled out. I do apologise for having to blow my nose every once in a while, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, hay fever today has not been kind to me. Just like it hasn't been throughout pretty much the whole of the last couple months. But it has been hitting me a little bit harder today than normal. So I do apologise for that in advance. But yeah, I can't really do too much about it other than, I guess, I take a hay fever pill, but it does nothing, sadly. Currently now, it is 5 minutes through this game. It's okay. I'm a rather get well soon. Says Timothy. I'm just hoping there's less pollen around, to be honest. Once there's less pollen, I'm going to be all good. Pretty much as soon as I stop sneezing flat out, like, we're fine. Until then, I've just got to kind of, unfortunately, I always say it, like, video-wise, I can edit this out. Live stream-wise, you can't, because you're literally live and you don't really have anywhere to hide so much. Also, mate, you're in your own home. You can't, even if you like, as says Lax Axel there, it's going to be the penalty now to the Rebels. Straight down in the front row, I believe that's against Well, is it Kobe Seeloff who won the penalty? Yes, it was. Currently 3 against the Crusaders. George Bauer went down straight. And now Research will be able to kick this one for the touchline. So the Rebels keeping this one close in the early stages. And also Chezuso. And as says Timothy, now kicking this one for touch. But I am going to have a guest a little bit later on, ladies and gentlemen. It is a man by the name of George. He is a avid Crusaders fan. So you may hear him go with some slightly partial commentary in favour of the Crusaders. But I'll try my best to keep it 50-50 throughout this live stream. And it was nicely done by Kobe Seeloff. He is the informed tight head prop of the competition. You'd have to argue now. Nicely stolen for, I believe it was Zach Gallagher. Now wide cut out pass out to Braden Eno, who now looks to boot it to touch. That is not the best clearance overall. And about 20 metres out now from the line, the Rebels will have themselves a nice line out. But the thing is, the Rebels are looking decent currently in this game. They look good in their last game up against the Reds. We were unfortunate to not win that game. In the end, it was 36 points to 32. But they've actually averaged about 30 points per game that they have played recently. Michael Wells now going back across into the hands of Callaway. Beautiful inside ball. Big run forward from Cameron Orr. Currently 22 metres out. But we've seen the Crusaders. They struck when they had the opportunity earlier on. Unfortunately for them, just a little forward pass in the process. Can the Rebels get over the try line for their first one of the match? I certainly send a message at AAMI Back. Says, Oliver, welcome back, mate. Hope you are doing well. What did you think of the game a little bit earlier on tonight? Brumbies versus Highlanders, relatively close for a majority of their match. Rob Leota now on the short side with a nice bit of a leg drive going forward for the Rebels. Now Tuttle quickly recycled back in the hands of James Hanson, the hooker. For the Rebels, still waiting. Cullen Grace able to make the tackle on him. Brad Wilkin goes short side. Was straight away Ethan Blackadder trying to get the turnover. Kobe Seeloff passes back to Matt Demore. Matt Phillip, the ball has popped up now. It's still just going to be available. Sam Whitelock kicks it in behind. And it is going to be taken nicely by Rob Leota with a nice bit of skill on the ground. Now Andrew Callaway goes for the chip and chase. It's going to be going almost into touch. Now George Bridge, no option, but to almost get forced out, but somehow just stayed in the field of play. Brilliantly done by the fullback. And also I kind of like the Rebels to win. And there says North Mum. I mean, at the moment, the way that they're playing, they've got the possibility that anything could happen. Of course, this is the first 7 minutes, so they've got to make sure they maintain it for the full 80 if they do want a good chance. But Richie Mwanga's had to kick this one for the touchline. Speaking of touchline, George Bridge somehow keeping that foot in the field of play. Could have easily been the Rebels, who are only a few metres out with the line out. Now they have got one 25 metres out from the Crusaders line. And Hanson does need to make sure that this one goes in straight. Perfect throw. Now Tuttle quickly recycled across into the hands of, I believe that is big Stacey Ely. Stolen clean by Lester Fainarnuku in the breakdown though. Now Sam Whitelock goes across to Pablo Matera. Flat cut out pass off to Sever Reese. He's down the wing and he's got George Bridge on the inside. It's the draw and pass. He's looking to the corner. And now pass on the outside. Sever Reese has blown it. Wow. Okay, so that's just happened. So the Crusaders once again have almost gone the length of the field. We have got a donation from Oliver. Thank you very much, mate. It does come up on my live streaming software as this, unfortunately, but I will get it up on the YouTubing software so that I can see exactly what the emoji / super sticker is. But for some reason, it does always do it in a weird way. How you can only see super sticker, which I feel like is something that I'd love to see them fix on the software that I use. But it was a brilliant run from Sever Reese, linking up with George Bridge. But the boys just weren't quite able to go over and also bring it on. Crusaders, says Clayton, and also hi, Hamish. Says David the Mob. Welcome in, mate. And it's a hot dog I do see there from Oliver. Good news, David. George is coming round. I think he's going to be joining me for half of this first half and then all of the second half. So that is something to look forward to perhaps in the near future as well. He hasn't sent me a message just yet. I know he was having a shower and some food, and then he was going to be on his way. But I do appreciate that donation, Oliver. We'll leave that up for a little bit longer. It really annoys me that it says super sticker rather than I would have loved to see a picture of a hot dog. That sounds very weird, doesn't it? That wasn't a sentence that I planned on saying today. It's going down as a penalty to the Rebels once again. Maybe that can explain, or maybe that might explain why Kiwi lads, I won't accept my Visa card. And there it says David the Mod. Oh, maybe it's YouTube's side of things, because that's the other thing. They don't actually, on my live streaming software, it doesn't actually show the thingy. The thingy that I'm trying to think of is, it doesn't actually show the membership, like kind of messages, if that makes sense. And I say Landon still have a chance because Force is playing all no teams. And there it says Max has gone down in the front row. Or all New Zealand teams, sorry, I believe that would be actually down, I think about it. Now the Rebels have got this ball once again. It is James Hansen. Happy Sunday, ladies and gents. Welcome in, Sebastian. Hope you are doing well, mate. And hope you are excited. Well, that one, that's gone high. And yeah, at the moment, the Rebels are still in this contest. Sitting 0-0. That's a knock-on from George Worth, though. And it's going to be sitting up nicely for George Britt to be able to claim our Kiwi lads. Can you watch the show after this live stream, please? And as I says, Brandon, I'll try my best, although I might be sleeping at the end of this one, depending on how we go. And also, I can use my card on the other channels except Kiwi lads. And he says, David, that is very weird, isn't it? Don't know. I mean, I can try messaging YouTube direct maybe and just see what the go is. Because that seems very strange. Like, I don't think we've got anything that would stop you from being able to do it that I know of. And as George coming, he is indeed. But yeah, I was working out, like, the thing is, it's so tricky to find a way. Like, I wish there was just, like, literally on YouTube how you could gift someone a membership. And I feel like that would be so much easier because then I could literally just go, this is your code, boom. And it's all sorted. But I think you got to do it through an Amazon gift voucher to then YouTube app or something like that. I'm still slightly working it out. I've also got the cat here with me, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. He is just perched down on my leg. Can't quite see him. Here's my hand. He is there. So that is how close he is. Our rival Jordan ain't playing. That is very true. Missing from this game. And they also do not have David Harvelli. It's going to be a knock-on from the Crusaders. Early mistakes been costing them here. And they have had two massive opportunities of being able to get over the try line. Neither time they have been able to make the most of it. All Matt Tamua's neck might be a bit damaged here. It's not look too good for the Rebels flyer. So they're going to have a bit of a stoppage in play. But Jack Goodhue, he's back in the game. He's a big boy. Like, I swear he's been bulking over the all season. I think get a Prezi card. I'll just get a Prezi card, bro. That'll do it, I think. So here's David the Mod. If it doesn't, do let me know. And we'll try and work something out. App Store? Maybe an App Store. Do you have an App Store? Wait, what phone do you have, David? Is it a Apple or a Samsung? Because I guess that's probably the other side of things. If you've got Apple, just let me know. And I will slip you a thingamabob. Or, yeah, Matt Tamil got his head on the wrong side of Jack Goodhue. Sorry, now that both of them are playing, I'm going to call them the one who's been playing for so long. But I think he really just kinked his neck. And Oppo. Oh, an Oppo. Okay, Oppo is not one that I was expecting. What is Oppo? Because I know we've got Hawaii, Android. I see. Is Android also, I'm going to ask some dumb questions here. Is Android connected through Samsung or are they just kind of similar networks? Do let me know. Because I am terrible with phones and whatnot. I do have this thing though, which was only $12 and I can draw things on it. Look at that. And then if I go like this, boom, it's gone. Also, Huawei. Or Huawei. Okay, that makes sense. I had no idea how to pronounce it, so I do appreciate that. I know it had all of those letters in it. I just didn't know how it was said. Matt Tamura looks like he is now going off the field early on in this game. I feel like I'm going to have to hide this from George because or else he might draw a dick and then show everyone, which might be not ideal. Now, Carter Gordon, he'll be going onto the field now. And Matt Tamura, he is going to be going off the field. So a little bit unfortunate there for the Rebels early on. He did miss a kick a little bit earlier in the day. Now currently sitting, waiting for the scrum, and it is going to be a scrum feed for the Rebels, who have actually had a majority of the possession throughout the early stages of this matchup. There's going to be a scrum reset, 12 and a half minutes through, and we are still yet to see any points being scored. We've had a couple close ones. The Rebels, they did end up missing a conversion, and then alongside that, the Crusaders, they were extremely close to going over for themselves. And also Samsung is the brand, Android is the operating system. I see. And also George can draw 2 oranges and a banana. And this is Laxaxel. Very true. Like, I feel like he'll just write things on it and show me down here. and then he'll just see me crack up with laughing. If George is starting to draw dicks, just raise your eyebrows as well. Cheers, David the Mod. Yeah, so I guess you guys, like, that's the thing. If I start grinning, it's because he's drawing something he's not supposed to be drawing. But now, kick downfield from Stacey Healy. Now return fire. George Bridge waiting for this one to bounce up. It is George Worth waiting for an awkward bouncing ball. There's actually quite a few Georges in this match. We're going to have a George later on as well, because there's George Bauer, George Bridge, George Worth. Beautiful offload to not George Worth. It's Carter Gordon. And now nice step there. Moving up to the 22 momentum, all in favour of the Reds in the early stages. But Super Reese trying to counter ruck here, just still on the side. Stacey Healy keeps it on the side. Reese Hodge kicked him behind. Going for the chip and chase. Goodhue's going to have to chase it. He watches it all the way over. And also we have got there, who do you think will win? And by how much, says Oliver? See, the thing is, before this match, I predicted Crusaders to win by 28. But the thing is, looking at the Rebels' previous form, you'd have to say, like, it's not terrible overall, you know, like it's decent for the Rebels this season so far. So that's why I feel they will go probably better than 28. And all these Georges, the true George is missing. Not for much longer, though. I think he's almost on his way. Damn, hay fever sucks. George need a job. Always looking for new talent, says Adult Entertainment. Be sure when he gets here to ask him the question. He will probably say yes without even thinking about it. And been since George's day yesterday, they've all emerged. Here you go. Plenty of Georges around at this point in time. I'm trying to think of if there's any other sides that have a George other than the Crusaders and the Rebels, ladies and gentlemen. Do let me know. Super Rugby-wise, has anyone else got a George? George. But I can only think of the two or the three that are out there currently. And now, big push from the Crusaders at scrum time. Surely that's going to be the advantage. It is indeed. Now to Drummond goes short side off to Severeese. Does the chip and chase. Nicely done. Sits up for Rob Leota. And now they're going back. Oh, that's a big hit from Pablo Matera. I think my cat wants my seat, but he's going to have to give up George's seat very soon, or else George will probably just kick him off. Come on. There we go. He's coming over. Severeese. Be slightly disappointed with that one. This kind of looks weird, but I am currently petting the cat. You just can't quite see him. He is a bit lower. Can you see? There he is. You see just a random ginger lump, which is my cat, also known as Billy. But now the penalty is conceded. The Rebels, that is actually the first penalty they have conceded in this matchup now. Taken very nicely by Sam Whitelock, who is back. And so you say... And then also Crusaders will resort to line-out mauls if they keep up the sloppy plays. He's Lex Axel and also George Dyer. True. Who else have we got? And also, as long as he knows where the oranges and bananas go. The oranges? How do the oranges work? I don't even know if I want to ask that question, but I kind of have. And Isaiah, you're petting your cat. And there, Isaiah says Sebastian. Yeah, it does look bad, doesn't it? The camera just cuts it off. And now Mitch Drummond. After Severeese afternoon, lads. Sam Miguel's flowing. Lovely with Wi-Fi on the coconut tree, says Aaron. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. My Crusaders now starting to get their back line going. Yeah, it's going to be George Bridge. Trying to break through the line now. Mitch Drummond looking to the right-hand side. George Bauer now offloading up to Ollie Jaeger. The two big props for the Crusaders starting to link up quite nicely. And also Crusaders need to regroup quickly to create positive impact in this match. Beautiful offload from Richie Mo'unga. It's gone back because the referee has slipped over as well. If he's slipping, I feel like the players, they might have a couple of slips and slides in the later stages of this game. Now backline, Ethan Blackadder's dropped it cold. And that is something that really happens. Ethan Blackadder, a much regrettable mistake. I guess you'd say also Crusaders will resort to line-out mauls if they keep up the sloppy play. Says Lex Axel, and also we've got their good tube passing still on point. Says Lex Axel. I just realized something. I was going to unlock the back door for George before sitting down. I did not unlock the back door for George. So once George messages me, he won't actually be able to get inside. I have to do that at halftime, I would think might be a good idea. Good tube passing still on point. Who's your favourite Crusaders player? I will go Will Jordan, but in this game, it's probably the man who just dropped the ball, Ethan Blackadder. It's just very unfortunate that the handling error was a bit lackluster there. I think I hear someone. Yeah, it's George. Hey, George. I forgot to unlock the back door, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry about that. Quickly, I'll come let you know. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in a short moment. I just have to go get George because he is actually outside as we currently sit with the Crusaders. They've got a counter-attack. I might have to leave you out there with just half a second, mate. Now, Sever Reese, round the side, he is going to be dragged down there. Now fires the ball back across George Bridge. I'm going to be swapping seats with my cat here as well while we are at our George Bauer with a nice run going forward. Right, so I'm going to have to open the door for George. I will be back in a very short moment, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, you can look at my cat if you like. As he is going to be sitting there. They've got the advantage now for the Crusaders. Richie Mo'unga straight through. Passes off to Cullen Grace, and it's the try for the Crusaders. And they've been able to go in right. I will go and get George, and I will be back in a very short moment. A nice try from Cullen Grace there. Cullen Grace just scored. Yeah. Come on then. Oh, the cat's got my seat, mate. He's stolen it. Right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's me and George. And the cat is on me seat. Cullen Grace.
Just push him off.
Nah, mate. He's
going to go onto my seat, and then I'm going to push him off.
Well, I'll go
Billy.
here. And now, Billy. Hey.
He doesn't give a shit.
Hey. You wanna come over here? Come on.
Pick him up.
Come on. There we go. Right, we're good now. So Cullen Grace has got that one for the try, and the Crusaders are now leading this game.
Good.
Go. I've got a cat.
Good.
How you going?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Sorry for locking you out.
That's all right.
Yeah. Didn't mean it.
Yeah, no, it's
Why
all
do
right.
you always wear a green shirt for a green screen live stream?
Because it's funny.
I was at some odd tries. G'day, George. And there's I says that with the mod, and also I came when George got here. Good time. He says, Patty, that could be taken out of context.
Yeah.
Now we will quickly type in Crusaders.
Billy, I wouldn't try shit, man. I would not try shit.
Tries scores. Now they're going again by the looks of it. Cullen Grace. Yeah, no, not up there. The ref for this game is Brendan.
Claus! Watch it, eh?
This has become a shambles. Billy wants to be George's friend.
Do not touch!
Grace was able to score it. Oh, there's a whole heap of cat fur all over the keyboard.
Oh, yeah, it's just a mess.
It's just gone wrong, isn't it? About 21 minutes in. I'll go like this.
Do not touch
He wants to be George's friend. Go. Right. We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
He's got it.
Off you go,
Right.
mate.
Okay, we're good now. And I was hello, George, the good man. Now, Melbourne, our terrible team, but say to sleep, says Tom there. Yeah, it was a slow start for the Crusaders.
You insult the Crusaders?
No, it was, yeah. It was a shocking start. Nah, they did all right. They just had a couple allowed tries, and also half of George is covered by his scoreboard. Yeah, we're going to have to move that a little bit, aren't we? We're going to have to go there we go.
Hello.
Hi there, George.
Hello.
I'll just lean into you a little bit if that's all right. Jack Goodhue back after his long layoff. And now going back across. Bounce pass into the hands of Pablo Matera, the Argentine international. He's going through and he's got space. Trying to link up. He just pops it up. Cody Taylor's got it. Oh, Drummond's put it down.
Useless.
And it's a forward pass and say it's a not so good this year, says Tom. And also Harvard George is covered by scoreboard.
Tom.
And Tyson Fury won against White. And there
Someone mark that guy's name. And then later on in the year, put that up.
No. I'm a good run though.
Yeah.
Going up the middle. So how you been anyway? Raining, isn't it?
Yeah.
You like rain?
No, not really.
Huh?
Not really.
How's the maze going?
Yeah, it's going okay, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep them busy. And also we have got their Hamish lights leaning towards George. It's easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
You also get the heat. And also I cover him back up. Jokes lads says Mr. JJ. And also we got that George won a boxing match. And there says Max. Max can eat 13 wheat bits, he was telling us yesterday.
It's Craig Bellamy.
Is it?
Yeah. Isn't it? It's Craig Bellamy. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, you know your stuff, eh? This is why I bring him in. Expert commentator. How you going,
learning
George?
from... And then that was Dave Rennie with him. That's interesting.
Penalty to the Crusaders. How you going, George? Is from David?
Yeah.
Doing well?
Yeah.
Keeping well. And George has a face a mum would love, if you know what I mean, says that I was entertainment. So he offered you a job earlier on. He was like, if you need some work, he's got some.
Doing adult entertainment.
Yeah.
What type of adult entertainment? I'm not doing gay porno. I'm not doing it.
So you've got him intrigued now. And bros before Garden Hose. And there, and also we're the Crusaders by 20 plus. And there says Lottie, my prediction for this game, I said Crusaders to win by 28. But Matt Samoa, he did fail his HIA. So because of it, Carter Gordon, he is going to be out there for the rest of the game. Richie Moonga, nice flat ball off to Braden Enoa. Just short of the line now for the Crusaders, 5 metres out. There's plenty of players shuffling.
Whoa.
Richie Moonga throws it straight at Reece Hodge. It was good hands in the end. And secondly, Hamish had a Scotch swig. Scotch swig. Do you know what a Scotch swig is?
I wouldn't have a clue.
I know what a Scotch egg is.
Yeah.
That's like how it's like an egg inside of a sausage coating, isn't it?
Well,
I'm not too sure. Oh, Scotch, as in like Scotch, as in the alcohol. Just realised. Yeah.
Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
Scotch.
Now, good you. Going through. Brilliant run. Ball on the inside. Off to Mitch Drummond. And the centres for the Crusaders. It's getting harder and harder to select them currently. How many wheat bits can you eat, George?
Probably over 400.
Now they're playing the penalty advantage. Going back across it is Zach Gallagher. He's been going very nicely alongside the return of Sam Whitelock. And this matchup now, Braden Enoa shut down early. Crusaders have still got this ball and they've still got the advantage as well. Now ball on the inside, Whitelock off to Ollie Jaeger. And now Mitch Drummond off to Gallagher. Quick hands, Braden Enoa. He's put the ball down.
Stupid little shit.
But they're going back for the initial penalty and also so many drop balls over these games. Yeah. I think it's just like, it must be, I want to say the turf is playing a bit of a factor.
Turf.
Because they played all the games from the same location. 7 handling errors for the Crusaders, though, in the first 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Not happy?
His old mate, oh no, he plays for the Reds, doesn't he? Yeah. For Navalu, but he plays for the Reds.
Did have a game recently. To go, right, there's the Brumbies. They just won their game up against the Highlanders.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
By 11 points.
Really?
Yeah. My predictions have actually not been terrible this round.
They're not.
I was 1 off for the Blues versus Fiji and Drua game. I was about 10 off for the Hurricanes versus Reds, or actually maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
And then only about 3 points off for the last game.
Yeah. Sure.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And also tough match, says Uppy. Indeed it is. I mean, the Rebels are playing a lot better rugby this year than they have in past years. At final score 0-0. And there says Lottie, hang on, that scoreboard has not updated itself. There we go. Now it's 7-0. The one and also how's life, George. And then there it says Max. That's his practice adult entertainment. That's kind of like his CV.
That's what you'll get. And you'll also get like lots of other cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
I wear like lights and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to come in with a light bar on my forehead. So everyone can see me.
You walk into the wrong room. It's just like some old ladies playing bingo.
Some Indians having some bloody butter chicken.
Or the old lady bingo situation. And also need to see Caleb Clark back in action soon. I think his suspension must almost be over for him, which is good news.
Well, the Crusaders scored off us.
Nope.
No. Well, I don't know.
Popped up now for the Rebels. It's a penalty now for the Rebels, so that will reprieve some of the pressure.
Who's the ref?
Angus Gardner.
Who was the one last year when the Crusaders... What was it? They beat the Rebels, but they didn't get their bonus point because the ref wouldn't allow the try.
That was Nick Berry.
And it was a try, but he said it wasn't. Or something. Yeah. So that's why the Crusaders did not make the finals last year.
Okay.
That was in Super Rugby.
Trans-Tasman.
Yeah. Yeah.
First time since Scott Robertson has been the coach of the Crusaders that they didn't make a final.
Because a ref didn't know what he was doing.
I did mention that he does go for the Crusaders, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
earlier on.
I do have a little bit of a vendetta against the Rebels.
And I was at Chicken Empire. I rate it. And yeah, as else says Lex Axel, Chicken Empire. Chicken Empire.
For the video game or something.
It's a big kick.
Run it straight up the
That's a
edge.
hugely
He's
stiff
going to kick
bounce.
it. He's going to kick it.
Sarah Reese now kicking it for the touchline. And Carter Gordon does receive that one inside a half. Fa la 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 la. It's almost Christmas, isn't it?
No.
Well, it kind of is. We're almost closer to Christmas than we are to last Christmas in a month or two. And also, we were talking about eyes earlier, Hamish. I can't forget the eye ones. I see the pink eye.
Yeah.
Careful now. Not doing much of kicking.
Mm.
Dislodge the camera. Now Rebels goes back. Tuttle's gone to fly. He's dropped it as well.
You see that, Max? Did you see it? Did you see that one, Max? See that?
Yeah, I don't think it was Tom. In fact, it was.
No, see that, Max?
Wait, no, it was Max. And also, I want Reds and Brumbies to beat them in there. The Brumbies currently actually.
Why is he a winger at first five?
That's a good question.
What the hell are they doing?
Set play.
No.
Set play. Clem Vaihu, though, very good player.
Is he?
That wasn't a good representation, but everyone's dropped the ball. Ethan Blackadder dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Currently, missed tackles 12 for the Rebels of the 27 that they've made. The Crusaders have not missed a tackle as of yet. And also, we have got there as in a one-eye combo. And Brado, you score, I still see nil all. And this is, I thought still nil all. No, so at the moment, the Crusaders, they've been able to get themselves one try of Cullen Grace in the earlier stages. And also, want to fight Georgia. I'll knock you out cold.
Go on,
and
mate.
Max.
Go on.
Max is a very violent person. He wants to fight everyone.
Where's Max from? Australia?
No, I think he's Kiwi.
Is he?
But like,
where are you from,
Paddy
Max?
said he could eat more wheat mix, and Max told him he was going to knock him out.
Well, Max, that's big, isn't it?
So then 5 meters out from the line. Fine, Nuku this time's knocked the ball down. It's dropped so many times. Go on, Max. You know, so Rebels must go for number 8. Well, so at the end of the day, whoever wins this game will be sitting quite nicely. And the table, the Crusaders a lot more nicely than the Rebels in New Zealand.
Where are the
Crusaders?
Crusaders?
The Crusaders currently are sitting in, I want to say it's third or fourth.
Yeah.
As they currently sit. The Blues at the top, the Brumbies in second.
Yeah.
And then I believe it is the Reds who are also jockeying for that next spot.
Yeah.
And good old Denny Berg. And there's Max. And also we have got there, what's the scoreline so far? So currently sitting 7 points to 0. There's been a couple disallowed tries. They were saying, wait, what combo? And my comments getting autocorrect. I meant one-eyed Cantabrian. Crusaders fan, of course. I see. And me versus Max versus George versus Hamish. That'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it?
Me versus Max versus George versus Hamish.
I mean, I know who would lose that one straight away. I'd do the warm-up.
I think you would put a few people down, Hamish.
Nah. Only if they'd have to hit me first more than once.
Yeah.
And then if I'm still conscious, I'd be like, right, that wasn't very nice, was it?
No.
And I'll just score them with words.
Yeah.
I'll make them think about their
actions. I have to fight Lex as well? All right, Lex, come on, let's go.
They are 5, the Crusaders. And there says Max and Crusaders number 5. Also, they've actually been passed have they been passed by the Hurricanes, actually, now that I think about it? Or the Chiefs, actually. No, it might be the Chiefs. Have passed them.
Powerade. Hydrating the Crusaders. Wow.
I was disappointed. I tried to get an E2 Apple the other day, and that wasn't there. So I had to get the orange
E2
one.
Oh, the ones that we put in the video.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Also, creator superstar WWE 2K22, Curious George.
Yeah,
and yes, there's Lex. We've actually, the weird thing is, we've talked about getting that game.
Hamish is too scared.
Oh, not scared.
Because it costs money.
I love getting DLCs, and it's like $130 on special.
You tried to buy a 4-person tent the other day, didn't you?
I mean, I wasn't going to follow through, though, was I? It was just a nice looking
I had to tell you not to.
The one-person tip was the one that got turned down. Chip in a behind from Braden Inor. Nicely done from Glenn Hawaii and call him out, Paddy. And also me and Hamish versus George and Paddy. And then says Max, and also you get that right. You want fight me, Max? I'm not. I live not far from you. Our lads fighting is not the way, says David the Mod. Yeah, a friendly game of chess.
No, Hamish.
No? A fun war.
A good knee to the head.
Just ask Caleb Clark, eh? He solved all his problems. 3 week suspension, too soon, probably. Where we meet, Max? I don't think this is happening, boys. I think it's more of the case of...
We're going to stream it.
No, we can't. And I was like, okay, what did you thought about last night's match between the Drua and the Blues? I thought the Blues played all right, but the Drua impressed me in that game.
Who won? Blues.
Yeah. But the Fiji and Drua, they were just a try and a bit behind pretty much the whole game. But they didn't get any yellow cards, I don't believe.
No.
And they're actually one of the sides who have got one of the better disciplines at times in this competition, but other times they just end up giving away too many penalties in a row that really cost them. And chess is more civil than unarmed combat anyways. And
unarmed combat's a lot of fun.
Although, chess, there's some pretty good moments, isn't it?
No.
You know, you could checkmate a guy.
Wow.
I got hay fever.
Really?
Yeah.
Or COVID?
Nah, hay fever. We negative, aren't we? Now, Sam Whitelock's dropped the ball. Right now, he's dropping it. What's going on here? And this game, or a Weet-Bix eating contest, me versus George, that is more likely to happen than the fight.
Yeah.
And Blues 9 ruined the flow. That was actually Talfa Funaki. Didn't go too nicely. The bench, Lasate Milo Harris.
Yeah.
Didn't do too bad. Do you know who that is?
No.
No.
No idea.
That is all right. What about Jacob Ratamaita Vuki Nepkins?
Don't know who that is either.
Oh, George
Jacob
just
Nepkins.
run it straight at me. Says Max, and I'll say he's scared. And this is
Who's scared?
I think it's more just the case of like, it's not like I have a chess board. Actually,
we're not playing chess.
I've got a giant badminton set. Let's get the boys together
No.
and play a game of giant badminton. Shuttlecocks and all, eh?
Why don't we start up a fight club for the members?
No.
YouTube won't know. We won't film it. But if you guys have issues with each other and you're a member of the Kiwi Lads, we're going to start a fight club.
We're not going to run an illegal fight ring.
If you want to do it and you're not a member, become a member and then you can do it. There we go. 10 new members.
No.
I'll do it.
I guess Jack Goodyear must be rusty coming back from injury. Quite the opposite. He's actually looked very good in this game. He looks like wow, that's a big shot.
He just
from Whainā Nuku.
No, what a poor guy. Super Reese was it Super Reese? No, it was the other.
Whainā Nuku.
Whainā Nuku.
Yeah, I'm getting him very nice. I'll throw the chess away and snap the racket. And also Islanders versus Drua this coming week. And Suva, what is your thought? I'm going to love that game.
What's that?
Going to Fiji for the Fiji and Drua. And
Islanders will lose.
The thing is, they probably will.
Yeah.
Because they're not in the best form and get a body like Tyson Fury.
I can't believe I was watching a video on Tyson Fury today, and he honestly looks so out of shape. But the man's it's actually amazing.
Speaking of boxers, you see Mike Tyson is in trouble now. So I think
he beat up a dude on a plane.
Yeah.
But did you see what the guy on the plane was doing?
No.
I saw that. So a lot of people didn't see that video, but that guy on the plane was just harassing him for a good 20 minutes, and then Mike Tyson had enough and just punched the shit out. And everyone was like, oh, he's beating the shit out of him. No, he didn't beat the shit out of him. He got like a few nudges on him, but afterwards the guy was back to poking fun at him, so he obviously didn't do it hard enough. He was like, oh, that was funny.
And also, Shuttlecock sounds like some of you yapping and fighting want to settle for badminton. Exactly right.
No.
The New Zealand side called the Blackhawks. True fact.
What? Why do we name all our national teams something to do with white or black? Like, you've got the Silver Fins, but that's another colour. The All Blacks, the Blackhawks, you've got the Tall Blacks.
All whites.
All whites. Like, why do we do this? You know? It's just silly.
And hands out to Rebels for keeping it 7 points almost half time. What's your comment on it, Kiwi Lads and George? I think the Rebels have done extremely well in this game.
Yeah, they're doing well.
They've been able to ride out that momentum wave that the Crusaders were trying to create. Yeah, that guy was addicted to Tyson. And that just reminds me of that video that we saw of him on the Segway.
Yeah.
I broke my back.
I broke my back 6 places.
And also, we have got, oh Lord, we will be showing up on each other's doorsteps in there.
I'm Joe Biden's husband.
Research
No.
posting off. And that's
So
going to be
there's
missing.
another situation where they should go for the try.
Well, they've already, wow, that's going to be 5 meters out and a line out here for the Rebels. So this is what they should have had anyway.
Yeah.
They turned down a kickable, or they took on a kickable shot earlier on, missed it. And, it's just not good. It's a throwback to the ABs, George. That's why. And yeah,
So they're just trying to promote the ABs through saying every other team. Yeah.
They've just said that that's bounced into touch off the post. That's impressive.
Didn't Nuku catch it first?
I thought so, but he
And
must
he
have been in.
kicked
I
it?
thought so, but he must have been in touch, I guess. They
He
drew a
was,
game out
he
home
was on
last
the
week.
try line, but he wasn't out.
Mm.
I'm so confused. He kicked it out.
Oh,
wow.
Hansen swearing at his ankle. That's not good.
Yeah, it's not going to get any better. Look at him, he's telling it. He's like, you stupid bloody thing. Should have chopped you off when I was 12.
Hansen, he's going to be down for a little bit of time.
Oh, you like that, do you? Like, spread your legs. Okay. He's like, oh, yes, Daddy. He's like, right there.
He's getting some attention on the ankle.
Right there. Do it.
And also, we've got there, George, get the contact ready. Contact ready? That sounds like there's some sort of deal going down.
Yeah. Get the contract. You mean
the contract, yeah. And I was they drew a game at home next week will be a ripper, despite Suva technically being Chiefs turf unofficially.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
So what happened? Was he out? No. What? So yeah. So it wasn't fucking. Richie kicked.
Oh, Novus, that's an ankle gone.
What happened?
You watch his ankle here. I want to see your face. Okay. Watching down here.
No, I didn't see it quite.
All right.
I saw a twisted ankle, but I didn't see it snap. Oh, yeah. So wait up. So Richie did kick it. So why did they go back?
I don't know. I'm confused at what's going on.
What were they even thinking of doing? Is he back on? Did he just roll it? He didn't snap it. Wow, nice one.
I believe Ma'afu will be the replacement, but he doesn't look like he's ready to go out there. No, he's just limping it off.
He's like, I can't walk, but it'll be fine.
And I was like, big G show, your class cover your mouth, amigo. And then it says out, and I was like, that Tyson gave him warning punches. If he went hard on the bloke with the head.
You can see him. He sort of just went in and sort of pushed his head. He didn't really hit him. The guy got some scratches and some cuts on the side of his head, but apart from that, afterwards, he's back to laughing and being a stupid little shit.
It's going to be a knock-on once again. I think the knock-on count is up to about 12 between the two sides in the first 38 minutes. And I know who's got the ball. Now it is going to be a knock-on against the Rebels. So that becomes the ball for the Crusaders now at scrum time. And RP is ankle. And there's us, says Betty.
Oh my God, chicken will fix it. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen so many knock-ons in any Super Rugby Pacific game as of yet than this one. There's been so many. And with 38 minutes in, 7-0 to the Crusaders, the Rebels will take this. Although the only thing they would have liked a lot better is if they had gotten their 6 points over. And Rebels doing fine restricting the Crusaders, even though they just might run loose eventually. And G-Spot is a great nickname for blokes whose names start with G.
Is it? That's great.
I don't think I could call you G-Spot.
Unfortunately, if someone said, hey, G-Spot, I'd start to turn into Mike Tyson.
Now, nice tackle on G-Spot, George Bridge.
What a go, Diaz.
It really doesn't work.
G-Spot. No.
Penalty to the Rebels. Nicely done, Drawers. What a next week says. Actually, I think they are.
Yeah.
I think they've got a very good chance up against the Highlanders. But now, Brad Wilkin doing well in the breakdown. And now, please take on the corner. They're going to give it to Hodge. He's going to take on the three. Okay,
free.
This one, at least it's straight out in front. But if he misses it.
It's a free, though. It's still not going to,
Because the thing is, the Crusaders currently are 7 points ahead. They will not stay 7 points ahead.
Yeah, it is the same issue that the Australian sides had last year. They just 3 points, New Zealand side will get a try, then they'll get 3 points, and New Zealand side would get a try. And then they'd realise that they're so far behind, they'll try and get a try, but the New Zealand side's defence was too good because now their attack has slowed down. So this is the same issue that they had last year.
This is going to be a halftime kick here. And if he gets it over, they will go into halftime with a 4-point deficit, sitting at 7 points to 3. But Research from 48 out, 44. Might have exaggerated it a little bit. Waiting for it. Strikes it. It's coming round. This time it's at least gone over. And that will now make the score 7 points to 3 going into halftime. What a close fixture.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're also, what was the Crusaders' last game?
They had the game up against the Blues, in which they were...
Yeah, so they're currently going up against the side that...
Didn't want me to finish that.
No, because they are currently going up against the side that's damaged. Like, they're wanting, you know what I mean? Like, so...
And the Rebels, they lost their game 36 points to 32 against the Reds.
Yeah.
And the Rebels actually averaging 30 points per game in their last 3 fixtures. Leota back in the jersey, and South Africa has a cool drink called Jive in there. Jive sounds fancy. It's probably, is it like a energy drink can type thing? Because we have Live over here.
I had a Dr. Pepper earlier.
Oh, how'd you think of it?
No, not as good. Not as good. It's sort of had your tangy taste to it.
Was it the pepper?
I don't know what it was. I don't think there is actually pepper in there, Hamish.
Where's Dr. Salt? Am I right? That's a joke for lack of sleep.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Get your dick sorted.
No, the dick, of course.
Go get your dick sorted.
And also, the next 40 will show what kind of Rebels outfit shows up. And then the Crusaders will open up the floodgates. Or up, unless the Crusaders open up the floodgates.
Well, usually with New Zealand and Australia sides, the Australians do keep up for the first half. This is last season I'm talking about. And then it would usually, over time, the Kiwi sides would bring on subs. And then those subs were so far ahead of the subs that the Australians would bring on, it just became... so...
And also, it is a fizzy drink. And there's Barry, and also Dr. Pepper is so not like Coke.
It's not, what was it?
But now looking through... You mentioned benches, George. You want to give us a rundown of who's on the bench for both of... No. You sure?
No.
There you go. Those are the benches. You want to explain to us who the key players are for both of these sides, do you feel?
Is that them there?
Yep.
Bryn Hall? Didn't he used to play for the Blues? No. I don't really know anyone else.
Oh, yeah?
They're all new people.
Okay. What about for the Rebels?
No, I don't really know anyone. Is this like a whole new squad to last year?
No.
Like, I know a lot of people in there, but I don't know anyone apart from Bryn Hall.
Tamati Ioane, he's a big boy to watch out for. For the Rebels, actually going with a 6-2 split as well. So having the extra forward for the later stages of this game. Already having to make that sub of Carter Gordon, though, due to Matt Tamua's head knock. So that means they haven't actually got any other replacement backs other than Joe Powell, who was the halfback for this game. And also we have got the Golden Circle is goated, found at dairies and fish and chip shops. And the Golden Circle, is that the one with the pineapple in it? Is that Golden Circle? I think you can get Golden Circle pineapple tins. That has like a pineapple ring. And it's great. Over there, you need a good name for longevity in my business. Have you ever thought of any? G-Spot George. That could be it, couldn't it? That would be a bit fun. Just do that, like, crack. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to drop him. And a Twinkle felt uncomfortable. And also we have got there, and a Doc Pepper. I think it was for our Flash Coke. So disappointed, says Mr. JJ. And also we have got Dr. Pepper tastes like Coke spiked with cinnamon.
Yeah. There's something not right about it.
I just got back from my footy match. How the Rebels playing? They're playing very well currently, other than the handling errors, but the Crusaders also having a lot of handling errors throughout that first half. So both sides still very close. Literally could go either way for the second half. Golden Circle Pineapple and Tropical Punch. And there says Lax Axel. There you go. Gotta love a bit of Tropical Punch, don't you?
That's what she said.
Well, I'd assume she probably would like a bit of tropical punch. It's quite tasty.
Yeah.
You know. Richie Amonga, 3 broken tackles so far. Then 1 offload, 2 line breaks, and he helps set up that try of Cullen Grace, which is actually the lone try of this matchup.
Really?
Yes. And that was the one when you were locked outside.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just heard a distant oi. Currently at halftime. I was actually going to.
What's his saying?
Sounds like Mills Millionaire there.
Yeah.
Here he is. He looks short compared to the guy who he's next to, doesn't he?
It is interesting listening to the Australian commentators talk about New Zealand sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting in a good way or a bad way?
In a bad way. I know a lot of people that just get so sick of them.
That's why we end up with people watching. Normally, they're like, I hate the Australian commentators. Okay. So the ground is dry, they are just showing.
So they're saying that all the players on the field are shit because they keep dropping the ball.
Pretty much. And a simple one, and you make yawn. And there's Aaron as well.
Who's the crackhead behind them waving their arms around? Sit down.
Now currently,
Hurricane shoot on. She's hot.
Hurricanes playing last night up against the Reds. They were victorious after being 17-0 down in that game.
Why do they all have a bush on their shoulders?
Bush on their shoulders.
The
and
commentators.
It's the Anzac poppy, I believe.
It's not a poppy though. It's literally just a piece of flax.
Okay, well maybe it's something to do with the Anzac weekend.
It's not a poppy, man. There's literally.
It looks like rosemary, but I know that it wouldn't be. I assume there is some reasoning behind it. Kind of looks like a bit of a fern, or actually, it might be a part of. I want to say it's like the local.
Yeah.
Like,
see, Aaron has an issue with me as well.
Aaron,
mate, yawn. Yeah, well, yawn.
You seem to have that effect on people. I apologize for him, Aaron.
Unfortunately, Aaron, I don't care.
No, that is.
I'm probably going to do it more now that you said it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a rebellious fellow, George. It's something like, I mean, he wears green to a green screen. Look at that. Yeah. He's got little players inside of his shirt.
Yeah.
Who are they? Hey?
That's the NRL. You know how weird your green screen is of an NRL game.
Yeah, but they don't really play too much at AAMI Park for Union. And they wouldn't be able to tell if you didn't have a bloody see-through shirt.
Do you just get the photo from Google Maps, Google Images?
Sometimes, depending on what one it is that we need. We try and find one that is able to be used, you know. I've got a U in the background. You want you in there?
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
It's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They're currently Drew Mitchell's cooking chips.
So who's his mate? Matt Giddo, who's currently in Los Angeles playing rugby, is he?
Yeah. I think he was the first advocate for Kurtley Beale to come back to the Wallabies, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Drew Mitchell, I believe. Should I get rid of you behind us? There you go. Look at that. It's a massive Isaac. He's very friendly.
Yeah.
And also, hey, George, my best friend, go you people who don't like me.
Yeah, it's right.
This is random. I think it's stick around. It's the band, doesn't it? Currently, the Canterbury Crusaders. Hey, your home side through and through. You think they're going to go all right in the second half?
I think they'll go okay. Scott Robinson will be currently hitting them on the arse with a spatula.
Well, that looks so weird because I just realised Isaac's beard is through your shirt. It looks like you got like an extremely hairy chest. Like go up a little bit more. It kind of looks like that was like go down. It kind of looks like that part there is kind of like a very large nipple that you've got for yourself. You know, very accurate.
When you put up a photo of a naked lady.
No, we cannot. About our future house, eh? Look at that, eh? Isn't that a nice place? Yeah. And also, I swear, at some sports games, they just pass team jerseys to people. Here's your assignment, random citizen. And his spot looks like he's on his first job for adult entertainment. Yes. It was the JJ, of course, in that background screenshot, wasn't it? And George, you are goo. I think that is good.
Yeah.
And there, more than likely. But now we'll go back to AAMI Park. We've got a whole heap of random ones that we could find, but we'll go to AAMI Park for the next little while. And also, George,
Who's that?
are you ready to kiss Hamish? Says Brandon.
No.
Better not be. I have to give him one.
Yeah.
A hit, not the kiss, you know?
Yeah.
Smack.
She was scraping out those pigeons.
She was having a go at some birds.
Fight match.
And also, we're going to keep PG, Brandon. And this is Lexi, so also, will you stream Highlanders vs Brumbies on Rugby Challenge 4? I didn't actually do that game because I messed up, because I recorded Hurricanes versus Brumbies. Then 3/4 of the way through the game went, hang on, these teams aren't playing. So that's probably going to be the next week one. And I the first half, sorry, I was yanking. I'd say just the Rebels play in general.
Yeah.
Being able to keep in it for so long, the definitely non-highlights were the amount of drop balls and the amount of missed kicks for the Rebels. They just shouldn't have been going for the threes as early as they did. They're only 4 points behind now, though. So they got half of a game to be able to get right back into this contest now and see what they can do. But nonetheless, second half just around the corner. First try scorer, who you going with?
Super Reese.
Okay. I'm going to go with Cameron Orr.
Don't know who that is.
It's the loose head prop for the Rebels. We're going to Rebels prop to score. And I was like, how do you get the cur? How do you get the cur? The cur.
How do you get the cure?
It might be current. Maybe get the current. Oh, how do you get the updated teams on Rugby Challenge 4? Pretty much, I actually had to create all those sites myself for those ones, but some of them are on the fan hub that you can check out.
Cats are the best.
And also, where's that?
Cats are the best.
Cats are the best. Where's that come from?
This is...
I'm looking for it and I don't see it.
Look harder, man.
Cats are the best.
It's not a comment.
Oh.
It's the name of his...
Oh, that is... Sorry, I thought that was like a comment as in, like, actually... Like, yeah, and I was looking through it, I was like, I don't see that. And I was like, okay, too much up and going. Hamish, you remember to fell asleep on the top 14 live stream? I did indeed. That one was a good one.
Did you actually fall asleep?
Oh, I slept through the live stream, like, because I set my alarm for PM rather than AM.
Yeah.
That was a rookie mistake there. And local flower lads. And there, as I says, Aaron, and also how we have got there, George looking good. And they're all Garagi. I like that nickname. Garagi looking good.
Yeah.
And also we got the Cats of the Best. And there's a double meaning in that. As well as says Lex Axel. And also is the second half going to be a classic Crusaders pull away with it and pile on the points? There's a chance that we might see it. But the Fijiana Drua side actually beating the Waratahs in the Super W Grand Final. Massive win for the Fijiana women's side.
Well done.
Yes. Very nicely played. The women's side for actually Sevens coming up this weekend. I know that always gets you excited. Yes.
That one's a dude.
No.
One of them was a dude.
Is the Highlanders season over? All but they do need to win their game up against the Fijian Drua in Fiji, which of course won't make them too popular with the locals, I wouldn't think, if they do beat the home side in their first game a while ago.
Do you ever watch a commentator and just watch what they do when someone else is talking? They're like, yeah. This is funny to watch. Look at him.
So the middle guy.
He looks so nervous. Yes.
See, that's the thing. You're told to look at the camera often, but then you've also got to look at the other person talking. So
he's trying to look up. Go look at the camera. Go look at him.
Yeah. Camera,
yeah.
Do a nod. And also, we have got Blackfern's coaching staff vastly superior to the ABs. And the says Lex Axel and also Georgia, you ready to see episode 2 of season 2? And they're so, yeah, they're all doing the clapping, aren't they?
This is funny. Just you sure right are.
Because there's some sort of like that's supposed to enforce confidence.
It's just funny. He looks so nervous. He's like something wasn't working.
George, you're a strange character. He is indeed.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, you know, when you're on like a game, and it's like, would you like to completely randomize your character? George.
Yeah.
You get a bit of everything, you know.
Yeah.
You get the different traits.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy.
That's his quote in the game.
I'm a pretty cool guy.
Man, he's excited. Tongues out for the Rebels. Well, it looks like it. And also, we have there, George, are you ready? And there's Brandon. And also, there is that table they are standing in. It would be funny if someone ran into it. And there's these cats are the best. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes, I've fallen over a table before. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was quite fun. It was just slow motion. I saw him in live flash before my eyes. I made eye contact with George on the way down.
That was a lot of fun.
It was just that moment of, mate, I can't catch myself here. I'm going down.
Yeah.
And then I just went on the table. And I was like, nobody is normal. And then it says, nah. No such thing as normal in this world. Everyone's got their own random little weirdnesses and whatnot. But if we were 7 billion people of all completely normal, that'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
It's kicked up high. And it is in the air for an ages amount of time. That one's going to be another knock-on against the Crusaders. And now it is Leoto who's been able to pick it up. But currently, the second half back underway, Crusaders look bad. I am only a Highlanders fan at my high school. It feels like says Cats are the best. Now it's kicked him behind. And now it is going to be offloaded back to Super Reese. Now George Bridge, one more off to Richie Moonga. Pablo Matera, Braden Enor now. And the midfield offload on the inside to Matera, who loses his footing. It's getting very slippery. The Warriors actually playing the Melbourne Storm here tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah.
Good on them.
Now, that was big key contact for Hanson. But Gallagher was able to wrestle him down 41 minutes through this game. Now Whitelock off now to Bridge. Cullen Gray sells a nice dummy. And he is the lone try scorer of this match so far. So it seems like it could easily go either way at this point in time. Zach Gallagher, he's an up-and-coming talent, I think.
Is he?
Yeah. Looking pretty good. Well, a nice pass from Ethan Blackadder. Still just on their side for the Crusaders. Moonga goes back to Whainanoku. Beautiful offload. And now Pablo Matera. Ball on the inside to Richie Moonga. Acceleration. Blackadder gets the ball. Richie just had to duck out of his way. And Ethan Blackadder scores the try. And has anyone had shakeouts before? Has anyone had shakeouts before? Shakeout. No. Can't say that I have. Oh, well, nicely done. And that's the start to the second half that the Crusaders would have been after.
Look at Richie. He's like, oh, God.
Richie, he just saw his life flash before his eyes. He was like, either Blackadder's running over the top of me here, or I'm just going to have to duck myself right down. Ethan Blackadder. It's currently 2 loose forwards for the Crusaders are the 2 try scorers in this game, but they started this second half like a house on fire. Scott Robertson would have been fired up at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Would have gone, oi, boys, sort it out, or else I'll sort you all out.
Yeah.
And the guys would have been like, and then Scott just gives them that look.
Yeah.
And says, you want a bloody break dance at the end of the game, do you? And then he got it over.
He only does that when he wins titles.
Been a little while since the last one we saw. Just kidding.
Year?
It was Super Rugby Aotearoa.
Last year.
Yeah. 2 tournaments ago. Crusaders on top. And also we were there. Well, it looks like the Crusaders have pulled their finger out their ass and playing footy. And I was like, that's the 6th time I've seen Whainanoku do that on both.
They didn't win Super Rugby AU. It's because they didn't play any New Zealand sides.
Okay. That's a great offload from Whainanoku. Ball on the inside from Pablo Matera. And then Richie Moonga found the offload. He almost could have gone through himself there, but then he just ducks under Ethan Blackadder. Now kicked off by Carter Gordon. Mafu waiting for it.
So, see what I mean? 14-3.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they'd try and gone for the points, they may have stopped the Crusaders from, you know?
Oh, great hands from Pablo. Put him in the slip cordon, eh?
Wow, what a guy.
43 and a half minutes through.
Very fastly forwards. Got that some commentary. Scoot Robinson losing the final. The couch of the other team. This is how you...
I think that's a little dancing, man. Now, Severeese going. Nice offload. Blackadder's going again.
Where's Max?
Currently now. Be Mitch Drummond all round the side legally.
Got him good.
He did very nicely. Waiting perfectly. And George needs a girl for not PG. And there.
Okay,
And now
Brandon.
currently 40 metres out from the line. Drummond now going to be passing it back across Cody Taylor. Now off to Faina Anuku. Trying to break through, almost look for that offload that he did just before. But was unable to get it away. Now going to be Sam Whitelock spinning out of a couple tackles. Big tackle on him though by Wilkin. Brad Wilkin it was. I want to finish off that one now. Richie Moonga straight through. You got to stop him. Pull pass up to Enor. Drummond will be going, why don't you like me, Richie? I was there. And it's been stolen by the Rebels.
What are you doing, Brandon?
SEX. George should play rugby. The SEX gets to the best. You did play rugby in the past, don't you?
Yeah.
You're decent at it.
Yeah, I was all right. Yeah.
We'll do a video at some stage, us training like rugby players for a while.
I will. You probably will stand there and watch.
I'll be your coach. How about
I'm
that?
not doing it.
No? You know.
You have to do it.
And do not time out. There's Brandon there. Apparently
He was sitting there
45.
going, shit, what do I do? Mum! They're going to time me out.
Apparently 45 minutes down. Tamati Ioane now out on the field. Oh, Rob Leota, and that one's not straight. And that's not good for the Crusaders. Cody Taylor, he doesn't normally get it wrong. And also we got there G equals 14. And there's L says Aaron.
What does that mean?
Crusaders 14, I think. Maybe. Or unless no, George equals 14, maybe you're on the right wing.
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
We're talking codes here, don't we? Occasionally, and also George and Hamish, who was your favourite rugby players? For me, I would probably go like Ethan Blackadder. Maybe? No, maybe not. For this game anyway. But for in general, I mean, I like watching Artie Savia play. And also, do you need a boy for mate, baby?
What are you doing?
You're not talking about. So normally,
my favourite player, well, I've had a few over the years. It was Manu Tuolangi before he started to not work. And then it was Sammy Radradra, and now he's injured. No New Zealanders.
Really?
There's a few New Zealanders I really like, but...
It's hard to pick just one, isn't it? I like
Yeah.
Dalton Papali'i currently. Looks like he's going to be a future star for them. And I would go Aaron Smith. And the SS get to the best. And if only Moonga found these holes at opposition defence at international level, says Lax
He
Axel.
does, doesn't he?
Occasionally, but not as often.
It's not as easy at international level, though. I'd love it if Bowden did it as well, but he struggles as well.
Now, Carter Gordon
Everybody else.
across to Ely Hodge, stepping nicely around one tackle, but he's wrestled down by Jack Goodhue, who has looked pretty decent, minus John Olomu. Brilliant player back in his prime.
We haven't really seen much of the Crusaders' defense, so have we?
Not hugely. I like Marcus
yeah.
Smith as a rookie. Another very good choice.
Yeah, I like him.
It's gone high, and what goes up must come down.
Marcus Smith must be due to come to NZ when he's with the... Is he with the Harlequins?
Yeah.
Because I've got that deal with NZ Rugby that they send players like Joe March to NZ to do.
I don't think they'll send Marcus, though. I think they'll send probably Cannon Murray or
Mm.
Murley or someone like that in the back line.
Yeah.
Imagine Alex Donbrandt in the Super Rugby
Yeah.
competition. And want to cover Saracens versus Exeter in there. That is going to be the game tonight. Hopefully, although actually now that I think about it, I didn't sleep much last night, so I might have to try and make it up. I'm making you laugh. And there's Brandon, Australia and England play in rugby soon. They do indeed.
That is going to be an awesome series. That is going to be... It's going to be really interesting to see whether the Wallabies can beat England.
And then New Zealand, Ireland,
Yeah.
South Africa, Wales,
Yeah.
Scotland, Argentina, Japan, Uruguay.
Okay. All right. Well, the South Africa Wales one isn't quite so good. But the New Zealand, Ireland, and the Australia, England, that's all.
Yeah,
Like,
Uruguay, Japan.
I reckon the Wallabies can beat England.
Oh, okay. Oh, so but for New Zealand, that's Will Jordan, and there says for Paye. Certainly, I mean, he's just a talent and a half, isn't he?
He's not here today.
Cody
Is he not
Taylor
playing
drops.
today?
No, not today. Another knock on. Cody Taylor's had a not straight through. He's dropped the ball. And I say, is there any games on tomorrow? Because can you stream the New Zealand Warriors game? I think that was originally going to be maybe the plan. It depends on how the voice is going, and also depending on times, I guess, a little bit. So, because for you, Hamish, before you fell asleep watching a show with George, they said, Brandon, I have not fallen asleep while George has been in my presence.
No.
I don't trust that man. No, I have before, We were in Daniel's garage, or like a big shed, weren't we?
Yeah.
It was fun. Please don't break the keyboard. But yeah, that was good fun. Everyone had bacon and sausages in the morning. We cooked some s'mores at night time, and it's at 9 p.m. New Zealand time. So yeah, we have to wait and see whether or not we got anything else that does overlap outside of the NRL. Do you like the NRL, do you?
That's all right.
We actually played Rugby Challenge or Rugby League Live 4 the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which was good fun. My nose really hurts
Why?
from like blowing it so much. You don't need to look so disappointed. You're lucky. You're a farm boy. You don't really get your hay fever, do you?
No. It's not because I'm a farm boy, though.
Yeah, you're used to it. You get pollen in your lungs. You know, you're just like, yeah, it's fine. You know, that's...
Yeah.
I was telling them about your pond the other day.
A pond.
Yeah. And everyone was confused at how you have a pond because I didn't really describe it that well, and everyone thought it was like a massive pond.
It is quite a large pond.
It's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah.
We should stay on that little island. Is it, how high off the water is it? And how much square footage have you got?
I mean, you can get 2 cars on there, like 3 cars parked on it.
How would you get your cars over a free?
Well, no, I'm just saying it's big enough. Like, if you want a good perspective on how large, you can probably get a good 3 or 4 utes parked on it.
A nice tent.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to do that, but...
And also, George is go and get 24 hours in your little house. And there's this Brandon. And also, if you fell asleep on stream with George, he would do that a loud laugh. He'll be like, I am awake.
Yeah.
And there's his gets an abyss that's kicked him on. Oh, my Jews. That was not good.
Severu's dead. Severu's not dead.
Severu's just...
Severu's calves just hit that man in the head.
He's all right, though.
He's fine.
Both men get up as if nothing happened.
Wow.
Jeez, that was big.
That
was late.
Yeah, no, that was a little bit cheeky. From who? Cullen?
Might have been. Or Dom Gardner might have actually been. Right, what happens here? Fio gets on it. Reese just, oh, boy. That was lucky he didn't break his neck the way that he rolled there. And duck shooting season soon, George. Is that what the pond is for?
No. Well, no, not really. We're not allowed to shoot on that pond. It's at the front of our house. So Mum's like, no, you're not allowed to because the ducks that are on that pond live there. So we scare them off that pond. And we have 3 or 4 other ponds on our farm. They fly to them and we kill them.
Cullen Grace, ball on the inside.
His Mum's like, where did all the ducks go? Wow, let me tell you.
Blackadder gets another. And also we've got there. You guys have any predictions of the score margin before this game? I predicted the Crusaders to win this game by 28.
Yeah, the funniest one, though, was when we had our cousins who are on a dairy farm that they own, and they've got a big duck pond on their farm, and so the ducks will often fly from their pond to our pond, so we scared them off our pond in the hope they go to our ponds. They went to his. Mum saw them fly. I got a text. Oh, you won't get them because they've all gone to our cousin's place. And then you can hear boom, 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 boom. He was sitting there waiting for them on the same evening that we were on our ponds, waiting for them to go to our ponds. We got like 5. And then that next morning, there were like 10 ducks missing.
Also, your top 3 rugby players of all time. Right. We'll go just New Zealand because I feel like broadly outside of New Zealand, just a bit too tough.
It's not fair, though.
Well, it's from New Zealand, so we should have a bit more knowledge. So for me, Joe Lomu, Dan Carter, and if I had to go with a third, I want to go Richie, but it's hard to say. Like as in Richie McCaw, not Richie Moore.
I do not like Richie Moore.
Well, he's just not quite in that top 3, I don't think, for all time. It's all time.
Mate, he's the starting first 5 for the Crusaders. Yes. He's already the best player on earth.
How many years did he sit under Dan Carter for?
Not that many. I don't actually think he was under... Who was under Dan Carter?
Wasn't it like bloody Colin Slade?
It was like... No, it was Tyler Blyendow.
Where's he now?
And then there was another guy I remember. I can't bloody remember him. I can't remember them. There's like Tyler Blyendow. Richie wasn't even in the picture. And then Richie just came onto the scene. This was after Dan Carter.
Richie came in at a good time.
Yeah. That was after Dan Carter retired, though. Like a wee while after.
Carter Warden puts it up and taken nicely by Cullen Grace. Him and Ethan Blackett have both played very good games of rugby here. Yeah. And also we've got their public having himself a game and a match for me so far. And then, all 3, actually, We need to give credit to Pablo Matera as well as Ethan Black.
He's playing like a guy out there. Wow.
Guy in form.
Yeah.
And also Dan Carter, Ben Smith. And there says gets to the best.
Lad.
And also we get there, Hamish, you look like a duck. Can you read my messages? Cheers. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I have got web feet, so that works. I haven't.
What?
No.
I'm going to ring the fucking police.
What are you going to tell them?
This guy has weird feet, and I'll ring up whoever.
They'll be like, what do you want us to do about it?
Well, bloody put him away. He's obviously weird.
Mm.
There are actually people that get born with webbed feet.
There is. And web fingers.
Yeah. Like, what did the appearance do? Do they fuck a duck or what?
It took like half a second for that to process in my mind. And I was ready, you need to get your guys, bro, Cully Grace, on an interview for the channel. How good would that be?
I
feel like the thing is, we'd be here and we'd be like, do you remember us, Cully? And he'd be like, nah.
No. I'm like, do you remember that one time on that one field at 8 a.m. in the morning where I got dragged out in the field and I had to play against you at Timaru Boys?
No.
How old is Cullen?
I think he's just a little bit younger than us.
Yeah.
Also, what happened to Hamish? When he talked too much, he got the quacks. And there, as us, says Patty, it also come Wiggles. Everyone of all time, it was the best rugby team. I mean, it's got to be between the All Blacks or the Springboks.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Those are the two real trailblazing sides.
Springboks are pretty,
They're pretty.
And the Wallabies, in all fairness.
Obviously
not nowadays, but back in the day, those were the top 3 teams consistently in world rankings for a lot of time.
Right back in the
Leaders of Cups, Rugby World Cups, those guys. Like, how long did Wales go without beating like the Wallabies or this?
You're running fast, didn't he?
Go lad!
Oh, he's gone down like back in the Reagan days. Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay.
Currently now. So dang, that's got to almost, yes, it is the penalty to the Rebels and low scoring so far, says him. Sure it is. Oh, sorry. One moment. A little bit better now. After 21-3 and after the score, please, guys, that was weirdly timed, wasn't it? And Cullen mum. And I go to Timaru Boys, his mum teach me at my primary school. There you go. Although he got the ball. Currently, it is going to be the penalty in favour of the Rebels. Currently only sitting 54 minutes into this game. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah.
They're saying he doesn't like seeing that penalty, but it was a wonderful one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. You're going to get out your new little...
Yes.
What do you use it for?
Just, I draw pictures, don't I?
No. You draw strategic influences.
Yeah, no, I underestimated the space. I'm going to give you 4 options of man of the match very soon. And you're going to tell everyone who exactly gets man of the match.
Why do I have to do it?
Because you're in charge. They'll help you out, though.
I'm in charge.
And those tonsils against Izzy, and he loves a good yawn, don't you?
Yeah.
Are they, at least, oh no, he's going to get just block you.
It's all the lights.
It is. I literally say that every time, and no one really, I don't think, believes me, but that light is...
It is the light.
It is a brutal one, isn't it? I was like, wait, what? I was at 43 minutes or 53 minutes for the last try. It was 43, was it? No. Was it? I don't know. I put 43. But I think it was a bit later, wasn't it? I probably got it around the wrong way, to be honest. But I think it was just, we'll go 50. We'll go halfway in between.
You're an egg.
Yeah. 503rd minute, he was able to score it in. We go like that because I thought it was a little bit earlier, but then I think I put the wrong time. But 53 seems too recent for it. Question for you, Hamish. What is your favourite rugby, George?
What?
So, what is my favourite rugby, George? I assume that is like favourite game to play with you, which is probably, I'd say Rugby Challenge 3.
For me, it's 4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Black at the end of the last try says MH in 23-3. Or 21-3, sorry, I should say. Going to the front, nicely done here by the Crusaders. And as the youngster, Ricky Jackson, how you ever check someone out with a nice behind and they turn around and it's a dude? Me neither, says Lex Axel.
What?
Remember that video at the park?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a hot girl. Oh, that's a dude.
It was our vlog, our first one that we never released. But it was a nice one. I'm going to start writing names down. You don't get to see them just yet.
I can see them. You have Richie McCaw.
I feel like there's only really 3 front runners, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then like the 4th one's just going to be someone else who's done kind of all right.
Not Sivu.
No.
He's dropped the ball again.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting closer to the stage of picking our man of the match. And also, Hamish, do you want to see a show with, or George, do you want to see a show with Hamish again? And also, man of the match equals hint, he's an Argentinian, says Lord. Ooh, okay. So that would, of course, be Sefu Reese.
Yeah, he's Argentinian.
Also, let's see. Let's see who's going to next score for the Crusaders.
Thank God the Rebels got those 3 points, though. They were nearly about to lose that game. You know?
George Finch. Let's do a touchline, kicks it back downfield. Ooh, it's a big one. And I think it's going right back to where he kicked it from, Pablo Matera for me. And there it says Fapai. And 51st
Can
minute.
the Rebels score a try, though?
And there it says it was
Do you
Fapai.
think the Rebels can score?
I'd
Have
like to see
they
them-
looked like scoring at all?
They were close early on, but then they once again decided to go for the 3.
Yeah, you see, that's just the thing. They could get close, but they go for the 3. I think they'd be retarded if they did. But
It wouldn't be a very smart play from the Rebels. Oh, it's dropped.
he's dropped the ball. Oh,
That was
no!
big. Tamati Ioane, and it's become a penalty. So we've got Tamati Ioane and Tamaiti Williams out there on the field.
Who's
Both.
that guy?
That's Tamati Ioane.
He's number 10?
Huh?
Is he number 10?
He's a number 8.
So why was he at first 5?
I
Hence
see
the
where
reason
you're
why
going
he
with that.
knocked it on.
Mm.
You know how you always see those jokes on Facebook and stuff about how the forwards do all the work and then the backs to comb their hair and do their hair gel?
Mm.
What about when a forward goes in the back line and acts like first 5 and drops the ball and knocks it on? Hmm?
And also, we have to do the oranges go on the side of the banana. Draw it, and you'll see what I mean.
What the hell, man?
He's getting a job, mate. He probably pays well. Is it a good wage?
Yeah, I want at least 100K a month.
Jeez, you're cheap.
100K a month.
Crispy Hamish, what is your favorite rugby league game? Probably Rugby League Live 3. I'll go because we have a lot more memories
Yeah.
on there. And Leonard has said, Hamish, get rid of your mate. He only joins me for Crusaders once overall.
Yeah, Leonard, so good. Get rid of your mate.
quite
You're like,
well.
I'm just going to get up and leave.
Now, currently, it is going to be once again another penalty advantage to the Crusaders. Now, Richie Moonga with the chip in behind. Going to be setting up nicely for Sever Reese.
So who's hovering their helicopter over the stadium?
There is a bit of a chopper sound, isn't there?
What's-
And also, when forwards are acting like backs, in the back line, it's called cross-dressers.
Ah.
And there's well says Lord.
Just hold
Oh,
up,
sorry, I
G.
pulled you-
Can't
pulled your
move
cord a
my
little
head
bit there.
'cause-
Currently straight on the ball, but unfortunately straight down on his hands first.
Yeah.
And then going back up at Richie Moonga now kicking it for the touchline. This is another attacking opportunity here for the Crusaders.
Melbourne was great.
Mm. And also, we have got there get
More.
I thought there was get rid of your mo, and I was thinking, I agree with you. My mustache is rough
That's
at
not
the
right.
moment. And I was like, Georgia, I have a question for you.
Okay.
And there's Betty.
Fire away.
I go, no, and Penrith are looking up the Raiders at the moment. Irish one-way traffic, sorry. There's Manly for life, but now currently it's going to be Bryn Hall fires it back across to Sever Reese. Backline movement, Fergus Burke with the grubber in behind there. Braden Enos gone down. It's gone back for another penalty in favour of the Crusaders.
Is that for the Braden Eno thing?
And also, yeah, my prediction was right. First, sloppy first half and firing in the second.
Yeah,
That score Rebels
It's,
get rid of the bonus point.
it's a little bit sad, if I'm honest.
Just haven't quite been able to find their momentum, have they?
Who
And
the
he said,
Rebels?
will you slap Hamish?
Yeah, well.
Mm,
Yeah,
yes.
because, you know,
Yeah. I understand.
he made fun of my wife who's bald.
He made fun of my wife. He's bald.
Who's,
Is that? Who's bald? Oh, Will Smith.
yeah.
I just worked it out. I was like, hang on, you got a wife. He's bald. I was like, hang on. Okay. I was like, go on then, slap him, says Patty.
Why would I do that?
It's coming from a moderator as well. Not ideal. Dom Gardner getting close. Thought about reaching out for it. Well, the Crusaders are now only inches from the line. Brennell, he dives over like he was going and diving into a pool. And he does end up scoring the try for the Crusaders. And Alio's got the up to George, not more yawns. And yeah, he's been yawning flat out, isn't it? Oh, there's another one.
My eyes are watering now.
Is that because you're feeling bad for the Rebels?
Yeah.
Brennell, that is going to be 50. Well, that's a lie. 63 minutes. And it was actually a very professional looking dive from Brennell. I'll give it a 9.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was over there. In my job, it's usually the second half that starts to get sloppy. And there's adult entertainment. And I was like, why'd he dive like that? I think it was just to make sure that he got over the top and a lot of aggression about. And yeah, the Crusaders. And there says Lord. The Crusaders now they have got themselves a 28 points to 23 lead.
What time's this game in?
Another 16 minutes, mate. You'll be able to go to bed, won't you? Now Brennell going short side. Once again, trying to step through. I played rugby for Starback in the 90s and Timmers. Says Obi and Tamaiti Williams needs to come to Manly. Imagine him playing league. That would be a scary sight.
You're a scary sight.
Cheers.
When I see you at the kindergarten.
Why are you at the kindergarten?
Why are you at the kindergarten?
You wouldn't know I was at the kindergarten.
These are the questions that we ask
you were
each
at
other.
the kindergarten, Pablo Matera, kicking at the Argentine.
I was going to say, if he scores now, Maryland match.
And our Crusaders only a few metres out from the line now. Brennell, wide pass, George Bridge off to Tamaiti Williams. And he goes in for the try. And that one is going to be another try now. They're scoring them that quick, but the scoreboard can't keep up. Here we go.
Silly.
Bang, bang.
The Australians are wearing scarves, and then you see the New Zealanders in their shirts because it's just not that cold.
Here we go. Tamaiti Williams scores the try in the 64th minute. The Crusaders have gone bang, 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 bang. They've scored 5 tries in this fixture now. Come on, 80. And this stream, 40 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Let's do business. Says Lord and also the Crusaders going to win. Says Uppy there. Very good prediction at this point in time. How many beers can George vortex in a row?
I'd say
a few.
I can't with beer.
You can't?
No.
You're more of a something stronger kind of guy.
No, it's just the taste of beer. It's just like,
It's yeast, isn't it? You like bread?
I like bread. There's nothing like bread, Hamish. You think beer tastes like bread?
Oh, it's just both got yeast, doesn't it?
Does bread have yeast in it?
Yeah. That's how it rises.
Nah.
And I was like, well, 33-3 is too much in there. There's Clayton.
Thank God they got their 3 points away. Woo! Thought they were about to nearly lose that game there, but thank God they get that big comeback if they get potentially another 3 points.
Currently now, Crusaders sitting 66 minutes into this game. Wonga skimmed it off the post.
He got it through though.
I mean, I was going to do man of the match at 70 minutes, but I feel like everything that's happening up to this point now maybe is influencing your decision. Yeah. A human green screen on there says Ian exactly right. You can see straight through him.
Yeah.
Look at that. Sorry, almost.
Cheers, Ian.
Touch you there, didn't I? But I can come to Manly too. And also you can get beer made from pickles. There's a great start with a bonus point in the bag. Says Clayton exactly right. Doing very nicely for themselves, the Crusaders in this one. And after 7-3 at halftime, that seems like an age ago, doesn't it?
Come on, Rebels, run with the ball. Don't lose it. Don't lose the ball. Callaway, how's he doing?
Quiet.
He was the big thing last year, wasn't he?
He was. Sadly for him, he just hasn't really found his feet yet, whether or not he's on the wing or the centre.
Wonder.
And now he's something. And there it says, Ian, that's the thing. It could travel down, couldn't it? Into your system through the thing.
That is what usually happens here.
And I was like,
usually when I eat, it goes straight out my asshole. It doesn't even go through. It just goes out the other side.
Remind me to never feed you unless you're in proximity to something that you can
usually
excrete him. Wait, but if you're holding him, isn't that literally like...
Hey?
Yeah?
No.
I gotta sneeze.
Male gender get about $100 a scene, while the underpaid gender get 3 to 400 a scene. Oh, well, I want 100k a video.
Crusaders will move up to third.
Yeah,
There's no mum there.
Oh, so women get paid more than men. And that. Oh, that's interesting.
And also, what school did George go to? Same as me.
Temuka High School.
That's a lie. The one in our small little town that we have got.
Morven.
Not quite, but Morven's a nice place, isn't it?
No, not really. I carted maize through there just the other day, and there's just a lot of weird stuff going on.
Now, research little grubber in behind you. Might be setting up. No, doesn't quite work out, and it does go just in a touch for Glenn Fry, who, and from Argentina, says, Emma, welcome in. I tell you what, Pablo Matera has had an absolutely brilliant performance in this matchup.
We're very happy with our new man. How many years did he sign? One?
I think it was a short-term deal, but he might extend it, depending on how it
he'll
goes.
go to France.
You think?
Yep.
I don't know.
I think he will. Oh, he might do another year. I think. How old is he, though?
He's not that old. He learnt Māori, though, so surely,
but,
like, if you're going to learn Māori, you've got to stay for more than one season.
Yeah, but it's the same with Namani Nadola, who's now playing for Montpellier in France, or is he retired?
No, he's still actually at Leicester Tigers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'd imagine Pablo will do a season or two here, and then he'll bugger off to Europe if he's not retired.
And let's see today, Crusaders can cross 50. And also, here they go, the Maggies, sorry, I should say. And also, let's enter deep waters. What do you think about more than... Oh, no.
More than two genders, George.
Not even worth it. And also, we're going to have 1 Blues, 2 Brumbies, 3 Crusaders, 4, I believe, are the Reds at this point in time. Or maybe actually the Chiefs might be there.
Don't accept it.
Now we're all going to be trying to go for the rolling ball. It's a penalty to the Rebels. And that is going to be now 5 meters out for the line. If George grows at Mo, I'll donate 40.
Oh, wow. That's not enough money.
I mean, he's actually got
$500.
He's got like 1 here there, if that counts as a Mo.
Yeah.
I'll draw one on him.
How about I go to Ukraine and do a live stream from there if you guys donate?
How about if I get a pen, if you get $40 donated, can I draw a mustache on you?
No.
No? You want to do that for $40? No?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How about 50?
No, it's not happening.
Damn. I'm going to have to get my wallet out. Now, Matafu throws it in nicely, taken by Phillip. Now off to Joe Palcarter. Gordon Grubber. Resurgent gets it.
Done.
And it's a try for the Rebels. They are celebrating it.
Hey, good work, lads. Look at that woman. Oh, yeah. I just really don't want to be here.
Now we'll go like this. Rebels try scorers.
Well done, Rebels.
There's going to be a research.
You put the R back in Ugby.
71 minutes in.
It's a really good try, though.
It was nicely set up.
They could have done that a few more times, eh? Yes.
That one has gone over, so the score now going to be 10 points to the Rebels and 35. And also, we've got that if George grows a Mo, I'll donate 40. Oh, no. And also, 1,000 when I decide. And then it says, Betty, and also shave your eyebrows, George.
No, in.
To be fair, they're already not that prominent, are they? My eyebrows gone, on the other hand, would be a interesting scenario, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And also, Dan thought Crusaders were going to be the team to get their opponents below double, or to keep the opponents below double digits. And also, good Rebels got it right. And yes, says no, mum, they did indeed. So now the score is going to be 10 points to 35. And so what's not happening? And there, George, if George got a donation, I was going to draw a mustache on him, but he's not going to allow it. Sadly.
Can't give you $100,000 a month contract, but I can guarantee job satisfaction. That's not good enough. That's not good enough.
Now, Reese unfortunately just scoring the try and now putting down the ball. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the point of the live stream where we decide on our man of the match. Oh,
beat up the cocky Australian. Beat him up.
So, man of the match, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 4 options. A, Ethan Blackadder. B, Pablo Matera. 3, Cullen Grace. Or 4, or D, Richie Moore. Please do put a letter in the chat. George, I'm going to put my pen next to them. You say yes or no.
Oh, no. No. Yes. No. You know.
Okay, so
Can only have one.
Yeah, so that's your man of the match.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not it's the same. And also we got the Hey Boys, how are we? Says Drucker Down Under doing very well. Excited for the last little stage of this game because the Crusaders look like they might be able to get themselves another rolling more try. But I hope you are doing well as well. Trucking happy. I was going to say happy Anzac, but I realized it's happy Easter last week. Hope you had a good Easter. Is what I was trying to say there. And also I've noticed with most of the AU sides, they lack composure. Once they gain momentum, they'll go full throttle and rush, resulting in mistakes and wasted opportunities there. And also we have got their B. There's Lord there.
They went for the 3 point slaps. I just can't understand it.
So we will go like this. So we got one vote for Pablo Matera. So yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to get in your man of the match vote. Ethan Blackadder, Pablo Matera, Cullen Grace, or Richie Moonga. And Moonga man of the match. Says Neville there.
Hoo.
So I will put that one there and give it to Archie Pablo Matera. And another one there. I'm going to sneeze almost. You notice we both lean? You lean to yawn, I leaned to blow my... Did you just break that light?
No.
Okay. And also, Pablo, this game felt boring. So here's Patty.
Now, son of a bitch just got away with the ball.
Now currently George Worth. Currently driving himself down the wing. So I think from common occurrence, George has actually also given it to Pablo Matera and Giggity. And there says... It was Obi, but that's going to be a penalty against Corey Callow.
What did you say? Giggity.
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 Yeah,
it's just giggity.
Quagmire.
It's not though. It's giggity.
Uh,
He hasn't done giggity.
When Matera joined the Crusaders with an announcement, we all thought it was unfair. Now we're saying that as Matera kills these mugs. And this is like sexual. Speaking of Pablo, his knee's sore now, and he stayed down.
Like, you know what? Give me some cocaine.
Like they're saying, a huge game for Pablo. Looks like he's going to continue. Currently, just a little bit of a knee injury possibly for Ricky Jackson. But he looks like he is going to be all right to continue. So currently 74 minutes through this game, ladies and gentlemen. Only another 6 minutes left. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe as we have got plenty more coming in the future. Also, be sure to check out this link. It is to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. Be sure to check that one out, as we have got plenty more videos coming up on there, and we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers over there.
Damn!
Food.
Come on, lads.
Throwing it to the back, nicely taken by Ealing. Missed tackle from George Bridger was in the line. Great offload. Straight up into the hands of Callaway. Now the ball bounced out of the side. I'll say honourable mention. If we had a fifth option, I would have Jack Goodhue on there. Because in the circumstance of coming back for his first game in a long time, it's looked pretty strong.
So why is Callaway not doing well? Is it just the team that's not giving enough of the ball? Or?
I think he's just not really getting the opportunity. And also Moonga try up next. Either him or Pablo says for play. But the next try, it's a penalty to the Reds.
He didn't really
Rebels.
come on to the radar until he played for the Wallabies, did he?
Because I've been watching him at the Rebels for a while. He had a good 2021. For the Rebels, which I think is why he got a selection now. Joe Powell only 10 metres out. Carter Gordon. They did take the quick tap. Now Andrew Callaway. Oh no. He's still slipping. He's slipping all down all over the place.
He's getting wrecked. So you could actually say that potentially it's the team that's not really giving him what he needs to be using his skills. You know what I mean? Like when he was with the Wallabies, he was scoring tries left, right, and centre.
Joe Powell there. Did kick it in behind and it didn't quite work out. And also Callaway should have been out on the wing. See, they're back in George Worth, Englishman. George Worth, you know him? Yeah, he's out on the wing for the Rebels. Quite fun, isn't it? But our man of the match, it is going to be Pablo Matera. Man of the match, Richie Moonga for me. Okay. So we got a split at the moment for Richie and Pablo by the looks of it. And also I work 3 days a week, 3 to 4 scenes a day. No, if Hamish films, I might have saved. I might save some money. I already have camera chemistry.
Vision us doing that. It would be so funny to watch, though, wouldn't it?
I feel like there would be that awkward eye contact. That like you just look up and you'd be like. You just chuckle. I was like, George, I have a question, says Patty. Is it anything like your last one, Patty?
What was his last one?
Whether or not he's willing to slap me, or whether you're willing to slap me.
Yeah.
Now, Matafu only sitting a few metres out the line, 3 minutes 30 left. Big run from Tamati Ioane. Getting closer and closer to being able to go over the try line here for the Rebels for a second time in this matchup. This will almost take away the bonus point if they get 2 more tries. Do you think Caleb Clark will be an All Black this year? And man of the match, Leicester for me, that's gone over. And the Rebels score again.
Well done, Rebels. Well, funny you've done a little bit more of that in the first half. Isn't that a New Zealander?
I think you were looking at Cobus Eloff.
Oh.
And no. But Matt Phillips scores the try. The Wallabies international. So they've scored 2 tries after the 70th minute. Matt Phillip, he does end up getting it in the 77th minute. The Crusaders taking their foot off the gas here at the end. And the problem with that is they might get themselves in a little bit of trouble here. Because if they lose or if they get 1 more try, the Rebels will actually get themselves... Actually, I think they've already taken the bonus point off the Crusaders. No, not quite. No, still the bonus point. 1 more, and they will take it off them. Also, yeah, George... And also, we have got there, where was the intensity? Earlier, Rebels says Axis on also, we have got there, do you think Caleb Clark will be in All Blacks this year? It's tricky because at the moment, I know that Nuku would love that left wing spot.
Yeah.
And also, they've still got,
yeah.
I mean, George Bridge, it depends on where George Bridge goes and Rieko Ioane, because if you reshuffle them, I guess you're in that situation of, like, kind of anything can happen. You've got a whole backline in your chest, mate. And also, Reed Nichols has a big crush on George. Who doesn't, am I right?
Yeah, I'm such a good-looking guy.
Currently now, the coach of the Rebels, he'll be disappointed.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, also, we have got there. Have you watched all the NRL with KO? Like you said you would. I have watched a few of the games. I'm still actually catching up from like round 1, though. I decided I'd start right from the get-go and make my way back through it. So, yeah, slow but steady.
See that shot there with Sakopi Kipu?
Moana Pacifica.
Yeah. Who did he used to play for?
The Waratahs.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew Callaway wrestled down. It's going to be a loose ball. Leicester Nuku jumps on it. You're going to have to try and do better than that to stop that man. He rolls over. And it's another try for the Crusaders.
Caleb Clark played for the All Blacks that we're saying about. Wow. That guy just did that. And unfortunately, that can mean he won't be doing what he does.
Nuku. Well, they're saying there might have been a Crusaders.
Not true. Not happening, mate. Crusaders are too good of a team to simply knock the ball on like that.
It's a bit rough at times, aren't they?
I feel like you don't like the Crusaders, Hamish.
I have to play devil's advocate. Oh.
Devil's advocate. Yeah, right. You're a Chiefs supporter.
Am I?
Yeah, I feel like you're more of a North Island rugby supporter at least.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's got that down for Nuku.
Really?
Yeah. And also, we got there, Kipu went to London Irish after the Stars in Japan club, and Waratahs or Crusaders next week. And there says Max, you'd have to back the Crusaders. They win this game as they are here, but the Waratahs are looking pretty good at the moment, you'd have to argue. Currently now 1 minute left. So that's fine, Nuku in the head, so that it's not a knock on. And soft try says Lax. Yeah, it was a little bit of a cheap one for them to get right at the end of the game, but Fergus Burke, he'll take it. Gets another kick at the post.
Who's Fergus Burke?
He's the youngster.
Fergus Burke.
He is the Richie Mo'unga underdog.
Oh, right. So he is the Richie Mo'unga under the Dan Carter.
Little bit.
Has he got the goods, do you reckon?
He's decent. They also have Brett Cameron every once in a while, but I don't think he's signed for them this year. George Hamish goes for the Rebels and knows Callaway is better than Will Jordan and knows Hooper is 10 times better than Dan Carter. So he's Xavier there. And also, I go damn well knew it. Hamish supports the mighty Chiefs. And also, if Highlanders get 5 points next week, will they sneak into the top 8? They'll be very close. But the fact that the Rebels aren't going to get a point here helps them out quite drastically. And then it's all down to the Western Force, I think, as well, are the other side to watch out for.
So Rich is off. They've put Fergus on.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see how Fergus goes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nuku takes
away.
it again. And now he is trying to steamroll his way forward just a little bit further. Now passing it back across Bryn Hall. How many points are they winning by at the moment for the Crusaders?
I couldn't tell you what I know.
Okay.
I only know so much.
Do you know what sucks?
What's that?
If I had actually given my score prediction, rather than just saying who was going to win by what margin, it wasn't actually a mile off. I've got it written in my phone, Crusaders to win 41 points to 13.
Oh.
But I just decided instead to switch it and say that they were going to win by 28, which they
Oh.
currently aren't too far off for the Crusaders. In fact, if they got a 3-pointer here, they would win by 28.
Why would you go for a
Yeah,
3-pointer?
They won't, will they?
No.
No. And also, Blues will beat the Force. I mean, they could. It's straight out in front. Save the
Who's that?
stamina
What's that?
for the Crusaders.
Yeah, but will they? Yeah.
Use up the last little moment of the game. Or do they want to punish the Rebels?
They should punish them, considering last year.
They are kicking for the corner now.
Crusaders were robbed by the Rebels last year. They weren't able to go into the finals of Super Rugby Transnational because when they played against the Rebels, the ref didn't give them a try that they deserved.
Oh, that's gone dead, so that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah.
But that is going to be the end of this match,
Tesla.
ladies and gentlemen.
Your man's the
Gentlemen.
richest guy in the world now, Tesla.
Really?
Yeah.
And also, what a game, eh, George? And you think Moana will beat the Rebels next week? I think the Rebels, the performance that we saw in the second half, if they play like that, it's going to be tough for Moana Pacifica. But if they don't play like that, Moana Pacifica have got a chance. And with that Beard trying to push through, I swear he was going to make or go for the Southern look. I'm not made if he's mad if he's a Chiefs fan. They're my best paying customers. There you go, and great call. And there as well says David the Mod. And also Blues will beat the Force, says Max Goddard. But nonetheless, that is the end of this game.
I'm a secret Force supporter.
The difference between them, 25 points. So it's 3 off. Not bad. I'm going to have to try and back up the predictions next week, and it's going to be a mile off.
Yeah.
I'm going to mispredict everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I do thank you all. We thank you all.
We thank all of you
very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also check out the Kiwi Lad Sport. That is the pinned comment and also that link there. Be sure to check it out and show it some love over there. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy the weekend of Super Rugby.